Many people, including yourselves, have probably already heard of phishing. In a cybersecurity sense, this refers to when a bad actor sends malicious emails designed to trick people into falling for some sort of scam. Nowadays, though, with the ubiquitous nature of phones and other mobile devices, hackers want to be able to access those as well. And this is where a new attack comes in. This is the Digital Prepper, and today I'm going to be talking about vishing, what it is, how it can trick us into giving out our sensitive information, and how you can avoid this damaging attack. Before we get started, I just want to remind you guys that if you do like the video and want to discuss anything regarding digital preparedness, or just preparedness in general, be sure to help this video get out to more potential preppers by leaving a like, commenting, and subscribing to see more like this. With that being said, let's get started. So, what exactly is vishing? Well, sometimes a bad actor will call people instead of sending out phishing emails, similar to something that you might see from popular scam baiting YouTube channels. While these hackers are on the phone with you, a scammer will use social engineering to get you to share personal information and financial details, such as your account numbers and passwords. The scammer might say things like your account has been compromised, or claim to represent your bank or even law enforcement, and may offer to help you install software, which is highly likely to just be malware or spyware. One of the reasons that vishing is becoming more prevalent than phishing nowadays is because realistically, it's getting easier for these bad actors to contact more people over the phone. Scammers can place hundreds of calls at a time in their large call centers using virtual phone numbers and can even spoof the caller ID to make the call appear to come from a trusted source, such as your bank. Another reason is that a lot of the time, it's more challenging to identify a vishing attack than a phishing attack. According to the Federal Trade Commission, phone calls are the #1 method scammers use to reach older adults. And a lot of the scams are targeted to older people, such as IRS tax scams, Medicare or Social Security scams, as well as stating that you have a compromised bank or credit card account. Sometimes these scammers will try and tap into your sense of fear using threats of things like arrest warrants and problems with your accounts. They might ask you to confirm your name, address, birth date, social security number, bank account info, or other identifying details that you don't need to give to other people. And they'll try and trick you into thinking that they're legitimate. They might even have some of your information on hand, which, depending on the information, might be something that can be found online as public knowledge, or they might have been bought from dark web websites. So, how exactly is vishing different from phishing? Well, both phishing and vishing have the same goal, which is to obtain your sensitive data that could then be used in things like identity theft, monetary gain, or them just taking over your accounts. The main difference between phishing and vishing is the medium that is used to target potential victims, where phishing is an email-based attack, and vishing uses phone calls that attack users. Now, both vishers and phishers send text-based messages to potential victims, usually in high volumes. Phishing attackers send a large number of email messages to a list of potential targets, while vishers might send a text message first that will ask users to make a phone call to the attacker's number using threats and scare tactics to convince you to call. In this example, even if you respond with "stop," the messages will still continue, because since you replied to the attacker now has verified that your phone number is valid and you will continue to be a target. So, how can you stay prepared and prevent these attacks from affecting you? Well, the best way to avoid becoming a victim of vishing, or just phishing as well, is to just ignore these messages. Most of the time, caller ID can actually let you know if a call is a scam or not, which will help you to avoid most attacks. However, you can't rely on this to catch all malicious calls. You will need to take your own precautions to avoid becoming a victim. First off, ignore calls from unknown numbers. If you don't recognize the number, just let the caller go to voicemail. If you have picked up the phone, take note of what they want. If they ask for things like sensitive information, never give any caller sensitive information regardless of where the caller claims to work. Again, these scammers will pressure you into sending money immediately, either using credit cards, bank transfers, or even gift cards. Another thing that you can do is join the National Do Not Call Registry. Adding your home or mobile phone number to this registry is free, and it tells telemarketers that you don't want their phone calls. However, certain types of organizations may still call you, such as charities and political groups, and it won't stop people from illegally calling your number. A link to this will be in the description. Finally, if you can, educate other people, especially older people, to be able to identify these phishing attacks so that they can safely ignore or report them. To wrap things up, there is really no need to be paranoid about becoming a victim of vishing or even phishing, especially if you remain vigilant. These bad actors are always planning their next scam, but you don't have to be a victim of vishing or any other kind of attack as long as you stay aware. If you liked the video, go ahead and give it a like and subscribe to get more videos like this that will help you with your digital preparedness. If you have any ideas for more videos or just want to share your experiences with prepping, please leave a comment down below. Stay safe, stay prepared, more digital prepping to come.